All right, man. Let's talk about it. Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals yesterday. In 6 games, excuse me. I picked them to win in 7. Thought Boston would be more competitive, but obviously they were not. All right. And real quick, what happened on the Boston side of things was simply um, Jason Tatum is not the best isolation player. Um, I thought they should have got him, uh, moving without the basketball, moving and catching into shots. They kept putting him at the top of the key to go one on one and score. He was taking contested 3-point shots. Don't really like he had the explosiveness or he knew how to utilize his body to get his shots off. So then, if he can't get by somebody, then guess what? He's 6'10". Put him at the elbow, put him in the post, play through the post. That's another thing they didn't have. They didn't have anybody that can go through in the post, and they didn't have a true point guard. Now, honestly, bro, speaking, you just wonder if Shooter could have helped them at that position. But I think Ricky Rubio should be their prime target next season. Somebody who can run the offense, somebody who can get Jaylen Brown easier shots, somebody get Tatum easier shots. So there's some adjustments to be made. They should have got Tatum coming off screens, catching and shooting, coming out the curls and the pin downs, attack him, put him at the elbow in the post, and did it that way. But basketball ain't played like that no more. I thought they could have played a little bit more through Al Heron at the elbow, Al Horford, excuse me, at the elbow a little bit more. But like I said, they won't be back next year, so you can count on that unless they make a drastic move. I mean, obviously Robert Williams, he was hindered, but the biggest issue, they don't have floor generals. They don't have a floor general for the second team. They don't have a floor general for the first team. So that should be a prime thing to do. If it's if Rondo clears issues out, get Rondo to run, get Rondo back to run with the second team, get Rubio to run with the first team. Don't worry too much about the shooting. Yeah, you need shooting. That's the actual fact. But I think you can get away with Tatum at the 4. You can get away with Brown at the 3. Obviously, you put Marcus Smart back there with Ricky Rubio, and there you go. That should be how they should be coming next year. And Robert Williams got to get better offensively. So that's how they should be coming. But literally, Jason Tatum was going 1 on 5. He made the right plays passing, but he didn't know how to. They didn't know how to get him free. Like I said, his stock dropped major. His stock dropped majorly, bro. I mean, Al Horford outplayed him this series. Marcus Smart didn't have a great shot, played him this series, and most people gonna look at it as Jaylen Brown team, but without Tatum, they can't win. So I need a true point guard, and that's that. And last night, Steph Curry put an exclamation point on winning Finals MVP, which, like I said, he needed to win the Finals MVP to show that he was a baller. Now, quite frankly, a lot of people didn't feel that way. Yes, he did. He needed that to validate him. Kobe won it, Shaq won it, Michael won it. I mean, Magic won it. He needed that for validation because his playoff performance and playoff runs, shadowed by Kevin Durant and shadowed by shortcomings. Now, I think it was like last game he didn't play well. Didn't really need to play well. That's what you got a team for. Nobody does it on their own. Remember that. Nobody does it on his own. 4 championships, couldn't do it without Draymond, couldn't do it without Clay, couldn't did it without Stephen Kerr, couldn't did it without what Mark Jackson allowed them to do. Allowed them to play a style of basketball that was totally opposite to what he was doing, throughout his career. If it was Indiana, if it was New York, or regardless. Um, so don't forget that. Don't forget that at all. But Curry, hell of a series. Without him, they couldn't have won it. Maybe they could have won it without Clay the way that Andrew Wiggins was playing. They got a decision to make. Are they gonna pay the luxury tax to keep Jordan Poole, or are they gonna move Draymond and Andrew Wiggins? And at this point, Andrew Wiggins look like the guy that should be retained. Honestly, so that's something that you're gonna hear. The Warriors won the finals, but are they gonna go into the luxury cap? With Wiggins, Draymond, and Jordan Poole. Because Jordan Poole, are they gonna move Jordan Poole? Because honestly, you think about it. I mean, Wiggins is a 3, Clay is a 2, Steph is a 1. You know what I'm saying? So where's Jordan Poole really gonna fit at? Could you move Clay to the 3? Yeah, but then Draymond. I mean, then in that situation, you would keep Draymond at the 4. You would have to move Andrew Wiggins, but I think Andrew Wiggins played too well to even be thinking about being getting moved. So they got things to make. They got decisions to make. They may keep it together, then trade somebody down the line. But came back from 2 years of adversity. Steph getting injured, Dre getting injured, Clay getting injured twice. Um, good finals running. The numbers is actually up since their last finals versus Toronto in 2019, where they did 15 million and they averaged 15 million in 13 and a half game 1, 14 over 14 game 2, 13.4 over game 3, 13.1 over game 4, 18.3 game 5 and game 6. They did the same, 18.34. So it ain't been no game 7. There's not been a game 7 in the finals since 2016 when the Cavaliers came back and beat the Warriors. So think about that for a minute. There's not been a game 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So it's been around, 6 seasons since there's been a game. So 5 seasons since there's been a game 7. But now 6. Yep. Numbers are up from last year. They don't have an average, but this year they averaged 11.9 game 1, 11.9 game 2, 11.5 game 3, over 12 game 4, 13 game 5, and game 6. The numbers should be coming in, so it won't be higher in average than that season. But like I said, Steph validated himself as one of the greatest basketball players. Now, um, is he better than LeBron James and crack the top 10? I mean, depends on who you ask. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? He's in a great situation. Definitely the most, on the court, the most revolutionary basketball player since Michael Jordan. He could probably make a case. On the court, it's close. His impact is going from elementary school to AAU. The kids playing in a little gym, little plastic rim that they get when they was Tyler. So his impact is on the floors. It's nothing like, it's right up there with Jordan. Um, we talking about the greatest players of all time: LeBron, Kareem, Michael, Kobe. I don't really see that. I don't like, even now, me personally, Isaiah, Magic. I don't really consider him a point guard though. I consider him a combination guard, bro. And I think, yeah, he's probably the greatest combination guard of all time. With his resume, he's definitely the greatest combo guard. Mm-hmm. Definitely greatest combo guard. It's no debate on that. I wouldn't fight top 10. You know, I wouldn't fight it. I mean, that show perspective. Timmy, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Michael, Kareem. I wouldn't fight it. Yeah, he ranked higher than Kevin Durant for me. Uh, he ranked higher than any active player. I mean, maybe Giannis. Maybe Giannis, what he did, and what he did was phenomenal. People talking about what rings matter, what rings don't matter. If we talking about rings that matter, Dirk Nowitzki ring, Detroit Pistons rings, Giannis Antetokounmpo ring is the greatest. It's the greatest I've seen. Kim Olajuwon ring, one of the greatest I've seen. So I don't get into that. Championship is a championship. Things got to go right. They validated 4 times over. They're gonna be looking to validate it 5 times over. If they can do it 5 times over, maybe if they three-peat, man. I don't know. I don't think you can. I don't think you really can keep them out your top 10 right now. It's close, but they three-peat. Yeah, him and Clay, great backcourt. I look throughout history, but some great backcourts. Matt Isaiah, Joe Dumars. Who else you got out there? It's a lot of great ones. A lot of great ones. They definitely shit. They up there. They might be the best backcourt of all time. I can't think of too many others, but yeah, he just validated himself, man. Like as the greatest basketball players. I mean, he's already been the greatest combination guard I've seen. So a point guard, I don't consider him a point guard. Um, Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, John Stockton. I said, I see them more point guard. I see him as the greatest combination guard the game has ever seen, the greatest shooter of the basketball the game has ever seen, probably the greatest revolutionary on the court the game has ever seen. Him and Michael. Like I said before, Boston just got to find a lead guard. Once they find a lead guard, a couple of them, it's a wrap. So, a great finals run by them. Let me know what you girls and guys think. If Steph Curry needed the validation, The Finals MVP. I don't care what nobody say. He needed that without Kevin Durant. He needed that. He needed it. So, like I said before, great run, great Finals run. Um, so it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. See if they could do it next year. West be a little bit more packed on paper. Um, obviously you got LeBron James and them trying to probably make a comeback. Um, you probably gonna have Porter and Jamal Murray coming back, Kawhi coming back. So it's gonna be interesting. They rolled to a second back to back championship and a fifth championship. It's gonna be stellar. So let me know what you girls guys think. Check the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit our notifications, increase your chance to notifications. We go live, drop a video. And then you're going to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal in the description. Um, Hit my link tree from me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. On time. Peace.